Shoo-wop-dee-da, hey-up-dee-da, on-up-doo-wop-bip-boop-dip-doo-ba-doo-da. Hey! Ooh-da-dee-da, ee-da-dee-da, zoo-da-doo-da-dee-da-dee-doo-ba-doo-da. Whoa, yeah. Hello, little rhythm for you here. We're going to explore a few more. This is one from George Gershwin. There's a man who had some rhythm, but not the only one. So many stars, legends of the jazz and blues era, they just lived rhythm. Yeah. Maybe when you listen to this song, you can find one for you. Just do what you wanna do. Thank you very much. So, we're going to explore a few different rhythms. This is a little introduction to jazz music, jazz music. If you want to click your fingers, you can click your fingers. You want to clap your hands, you can clap your hands. You want to say yeah, you can say yeah. That was a classic from George Gershwin, a great composer from the very early 20th century. And it was called I Got Rhythm, all about how much rhythm everybody had in those wonderful days of swinging 20s. That was my printer right there. Even my printer's got rhythm. This is what happens when you make films at home. You got to go with the flow. You got to improvise. It's jazz. The first thing you need is a steady beat. Now, I like to start this off with a march. I've got some little friends here to help me. Now, I've got two small children. They love a movie called The Jungle Book. In The Jungle Book, there's some elephants who like to march. Now, I'm not going to play that song, but I'm going to play you an old marching tune from New Orleans, which is pretty much the birthplace of jazz music. And it's about the saints who like to march too. And they march, well, you're going to find out where they march. Maybe while we're doing this, you can keep a little beat going yourself. You might even want to march to the music. Maybe click your fingers. See where it takes you. When the saints go marching in, stars begin to shine. Yeah, when the stars begin to shine, I wanna be in that number. When the stars begin to shine. Don't stop. One more time, here we go. Oh, well, the same. You go marching in. You when the saints go marching in. I want to be in their number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Alright, there we go. We marched. Now, sometimes when you're marching, things go a little bit wrong. It's the beauty of improvisation. Sometimes trouble pops up. Sometimes you don't know whether you're feeling happy or sad. Who knows? And part of the beauty of jazz and blues music and spirituals and the tradition of all this music is the blues and the feeling of happy and sad and having to do two things at once. Feel good and feel bad. So I'm going to play a very old spiritual song. And it's one of those ones that people say, oh, that's a sad song. But maybe as you listen to it, keep that beat going. It's a much slower beat now. But maybe that beat might make you think, hey, this could be a happy tune as well. It's called Nobody Knows the Trouble I've Seen. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my soul. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Glory, glory, hallelujah. You decide. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Well, sometimes I think when you hit trouble, the only way to deal with it is to improvise. Look where we are now, everybody's living at home, we can't go anywhere. But we're all coping, we're getting on with it, we're improvising. And the beauty of jazz music is you have to improvise. So, I'm going to need some help on this next one, because not only do you have to improvise, but you need people to help you with that. And here's some helping hands. I'm going to need you to sing with me. Maybe a bit of a jazz scat. So when I look at you, you've got to sing back to me what I sing to you, and it'll be with my expectant face, which looks like this. That means it's your turn. This is one of my own songs. It's about coping with a bit of trouble and getting people on board and getting them together with you. So you know, you gotta be strong yourself, and you gotta get that helping hand to come along and help out. And I call it "Do My Own Thing," because that's where you start. You do your own thing, and you take it to others, and you get them to join in. Be ready. I'm gonna do my own thing, nobody help me. I'm gonna do my own thing. Maybe they can see that there's too much trouble for just one man. I'm gonna do my own thing, try to bomb. Say do 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 do. Say da ba da da ba da da ba ba. Say ooh ooh ooh. Say ah ah ah. Say nom 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 la 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 la. 'Cause I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna do. Oh man, oh yes you do. Gotta give me energy. I make myself the one to depend upon. Anytime, anytime go wrong. I gotta give me energy. No. I make myself the one to depend upon. Anytime, anything go wrong. 'Cause I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna do my own thing. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, really. So maybe, hopefully, that got you in the spirit of things, the spirit of doing something, being creative, messing around a bit, helping each other out with what you can come up with yourself. That's kind of where improvisation gets interesting. I should have said, you listen to jazz music and you feel good, you got to shout, you got to sing, you got to let people know. It's not music that people sit still to. This is just me in one room right now, but you can take this feeling wherever you want to go. Show people your hoping and helping hands. Right, we're going to keep the rhythm going. And we're going to go down to the river for a moment. The great Mississippi River, which runs right down the middle of America, all the way to good old New Orleans. And in New Orleans, they have a few rhythms they like to use to keep the party going, keep things happening. And one is the mambo rhythm. And listen out for it in this next song. It's like this. It's let me think. It's like I like to mambo, yeah. I like to mambo, yeah. I like to mambo, yeah. I like to mambo. I'm gonna lay down my shoulder shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my shoulder shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study one no more. Ain't gonna study one no more. Ain't gonna study. Ain't gonna study one no more. Ain't gonna study one no more. Ain't gonna study one no more. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. Oh Lord, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. We're down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study one no more. 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 I'm gonna lay down my struggle down by the riverside. Oh, down by the riverside. Hey, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down all my struggle down by the riverside. Oh, down by the riverside. Yeah, I'm gonna lay down that burden down by the riverside. Oh, Lord, down by the riverside. Oh, yeah, down by the riverside. Lay down my burden down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study one no more. Ain't gonna study one no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study one no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Yeah. Now that is an easy song to learn, and it's a great sing-along. And it's kind of born out of the tradition of call and response songs. In a time when people really needed each other to help them, working on slave plantations in the southern states of America, and they had to work all day long in horrible, horrible conditions. And if they didn't sing, they didn't really have much to keep them going. So a lot of these early spiritual jazz songs, they come from people working really hard in really difficult times, but helping each other out and doing something together, keeping that rhythm going, keeping the beat alive. Now sometimes, of course, the beat overtakes you. You've got to slow down. And maybe after all that hard work, we should just take a rest for a moment. And this is another interesting one for this old thing. This is another thing from New Orleans, and it's what we call a funeral march, because it gets played at funeral processions. But funeral processions in New Orleans are really exciting, colourful occasions, and there's people marching down the street, singing and cheering, and really letting everything come out. And maybe when you hear a song like this, again, you think it's sad, but when you listen to it and you think what they're singing about, it's got a bit of everything in it. It's the beauty of the blues and the beauty of New Orleans music, and the beauty of this song. It's called Just a Closer Walk with Thee. Okay, moment of reflection. Time to catch your breath. I'm going to pick the tempo up before we go. Now, I've talked a lot about New Orleans music, and I think this last one is a bit of a celebration of that stuff. I went there myself. It's an amazing place. They know how to party. They just party all night long and all day long. And when I was there, I made a little recording and made a CD because I loved it so much. And one of the songs on that CD I'm going to give to those elephants. It's just a thank you to New Orleans for all this wonderful music it's given us. And this is one of mine. I called it Take My Music. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for checking out some jazz music. I hope that you go find a little bit more New Orleans music, stuff from the Mississippi Delta. There's so many good musicians out there. I've got Bessie Smith over there. There's so many, too many to name. I'm going to leave you with something because it's just starting to get dark outside, and this is just a song from the time when jazz was the pop music of the world, which is a little bit later than most of the songs I've been doing. Just towards the end of the Second World War. We're talking like late 1930s, early 1940s, when Glenn Miller was on the box. And he wrote this wonderful ballad. And I heard it when I was a little child, when I was a small child, and I loved this song. And it's called the Moonlight Serenade. So I'm going to give you the jazz version of Into the Night Garden, I think. And I'm going to get the moon out there, and I'm just going to change the lighting, and I'll send you away with this one. Hang on a moment. Moonlight Serenade.
Thank you so much for tuning into Royal Albert Home. My name is Craig Hassel. I'm the Chief Executive of the Royal Albert Hall, which sadly has had to close its doors for the first time since the Blitz. So while we can't welcome you to the hall, we can share these concerts with you from artists' homes to yours. If you are able to donate even the fraction of a price of a ticket, you'll be helping us look after our staff and look after our beautiful building during this lockdown. Please simply text Albert to 70490 to donate £5 or donate any amount at all online at royalalberthall.com. Thank you.